Talk Show. Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show.
So just to recap, Kendrick Lamar twice I'm not agreeing with, so that happens to be one person on the thing. Kendrick Lamar the first time, definitely. Chance, I'm not. The mixtape, I'm not considering the album. Solange, I'm not necessarily feeling. Frank Ocean, I'm really on the fence about if we're just talking about the albums, because he was a lot bigger than his music. Frank Ocean at one point. Besides that song that was super dope, I'm forgetting the name. That was the song that broke him out, and then SZA. SZA's the other one. I don't know if SZA has the catalog for the decade, because right now it seems like we're battling with persona and the character versus the album, or we're just talking albums. I think the list is right now constructed with things that are more than an album, so that takes away from a SZA, that takes away from a Solange, because if we're just talking about the music, then they don't necessarily get on. Yeah, it was. I'm not knocking. I love Kendrick. Don't get me wrong, bro. Remember his mixtapes, TDE all day. Ab-Soul to me was the freshest.
Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly tells the story of survivor's guilt and the new trials.
This is kind of what Genius does. They tell the stories and stuff. I'm not.
While
I
the
don't.
aforementioned All Right became an anthem for Black Lives Matter, on the Black of the Berry,
Kendrick Lamar
interrogates himself wanted to take revenge after a friend
twice
of his was killed.
is
That
not
second major label album, especially songs like For Free, made this project
I don't think it.
performance art.
It was right. Damn.
And the number one album, according to the Genius community, is Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is according to the community, not necessarily by Genius or critics, even though the community is a type of critic. So we're gonna backtrack some of the things I've said, because they were based on the assumption that this was more of a critically accepted list by people in the industry who, you know, have more say than you or I just voting or something. I forgot all about Twisted Fantasy. Yep, this definitely won it. That whole concept back then was just so dope and so different at the time. This is congrats. This is definitely deserved by Kanye, though it's completely fallen off. Don't agree with Kanye anymore. In fact, I'm almost to the point of saying, Kanye, if Kanye does not put out another project that is worth listening and calling Kanye, I'm really disappointed that Yandhi, he didn't do the Yandhi thing. It's not really going down. I thought that was a way better premise than just sticking to the God thing, because I liked the God thing first. Jesus, you know what I'm saying? I liked the idea, and I liked the idea of going to a Yandhi, like, you know what I'm saying, and then seeing like a Buddha version. I liked that idea for like a triplet sound trilogy type of thing. I really love that, but Kanye doesn't put something out soon that's worth the name of Kanye West. We're gonna, you know, Kanye's gonna really fall, because at the moment, Kim Kardashian is bigger than Kanye West. It is what it is. So now we're noticing Kanye West more for Kim K instead of Kanye West for Kanye West, the arguably one of the top 5 dopest people born. So we'll have to see. But I agree with this. This is the one.
After exile for interrupting Taylor Swift at the 2009 VMAs.
Yeah, this is just trash. I don't want to talk about that. But see, look, they're talking about, you know, more things than in the music. This was
dramatic interest with the album's companion film.
Super dope.
That's the list. For the full 100, check out the article on Genius.com.
Okay, so they have
What's your favorite album of the decade? Let us know in the comments. I'm Jacques Moran with Genius News, bringing you the meaning and the knowledge behind the music. Peace.
That's dope. See, that's why I do like Genius. And that's cool. It's cool, dude. I like a sweater. Kanye deserves it. I'm not looking at the full 100 list. I have no desire to do that. My favorite album of the decade, if I were going to just pick one off the top of my head, considering since I've never actually dropped an album, I've only dropped mixtapes, can't pick myself, wink. I'm gonna have to go with, so after 20 minutes of trying to decide, I'm gonna give you two things here, 2 for 1, because I was really torn. My song of the decade is Faded by ZHU. This song single-handedly changed my idea of music. Even though you may not feel it was like the best song or whatever, music's always been about feel. And what this song did to my music brain, elevated, or what I feel elevated music for me in a real way. So this was definitely my song. Now, for album, and this artist was on that list, I have to give the album of the decade to this person. I have Drake in there as an album for the decade for me. Obviously, a lot more goes into music than just the music itself, but I want everyone to take a second and go back to when this dropped and how many singles came off this album. If I went to go look it up, it would be up there with one of the highest albums to have multiple singles off of it. Now, Drake always has that happen. However, I felt that Nothing Was the Same was the album that people expected that much, that many singles from Drake. Like, the expectation for him to succeed and the hate that everyone wanted him to have to fail really is something that I don't think a lot of artists go through at all. You could say I'm a fanboy, whatever, but I want just to take a second to listen to what I'm saying. And to not only meet the expectations, and again, 1 in 2 people are probably a Drake hater. And it's just a hater, not even someone who finds no value in it at all. You know what I'm saying? They don't find any value. They're just legitimately a hater. And he's got those kind of fans. And to have the success, meet the expectations, and I just thought this was the album that was album of the decade. I would give it more thought than 20 minutes. Obviously, I do want to get this video out to you. So yeah, I'm gonna end by actually saying if you could check out some of the videos, and if you like the content, definitely subscribe and really comment. I'm not really too concerned with likes and all that stuff. It's the comments that I find the most interesting on YouTube. It's funny because now it's like a comment a day, so I get to respond to people and talk about some of the things I talk about in the videos. So it's really been cool. Put your favorite album of the decade in the comments, or favorite song, or whatever, and it could be any genre. Let's not just do hip-hop stuff. Anything you like, throw it down in the comments. We'll talk about it. I always get back to everybody. Peace.
Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show.